Have you ever noticed how we often box Jesus into being just a really nice guy who taught us to be good to each other? You know, the love your neighbor and turn the other cheek stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's a huge part of it, and it's world-changing stuff. But if we stop there, we're missing something absolutely electric about his teachings. It's like listening to a Beethoven symphony and only hearing the first two notes. There's so much more depth, so much more genius. Jesus wasn't just a moral teacher. He was a master of striking the mind. He didn't just appeal to the heart. He challenged the intellect in ways that left people stunned, confused, and ultimately transformed. Think about it. The religious leaders of his day, the Pharisees and Sadducees, were the top scholars. They had dedicated their entire lives to studying the law, debating its finest points. They were the intellectual heavyweights. And then this carpenter from Nazareth shows up and starts running circles around them. He didn't just give straight answers. When they tried to trap him with a question like, "Should we pay taxes to Caesar?" a simple yes or no would have gotten him in trouble. A yes would make him look like a Roman collaborator. A no would be treason. So, what does he do? He asks for a coin. Whose face is on this? He asks. Caesar's. Well then, he says, give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. Boom. Mind blown. He didn't just answer the question. He reframed the entire debate, pointing to a higher reality, a higher allegiance. He left them speechless, not because he was being evasive, but because his answer was so profound they couldn't argue with it. Or what about his parables? He didn't just say, God is forgiving. That's a simple moral statement. Instead, he tells the story of the prodigal son, a story with layers of meaning, complex characters, and a shocking conclusion where the father runs to embrace his disgraceful son. He doesn't just tell you the point. He makes you live it, wrestle with it. You're forced to ask, wait, am I the older brother, resentful and self-righteous? Or am I the younger son, lost and in need of grace? He engages your imagination, your reason, your whole being. These stories weren't bedtime fables. They were intellectual and spiritual puzzles designed to stick in your mind long after you heard them. And his most famous sermon, the Sermon on the Mount, is a masterpiece of intellectual re-engineering. He takes the established law, which everyone thought they understood, and he turns it on its head. He says, "You have heard it said, 'Do not murder.' But I tell you, anyone who is angry with his brother is subject to judgment." He's moving the goalposts from outward actions to the inner state of the heart. He's saying the root of the problem isn't the act itself, but the thought, the anger, the lust that precedes it. This was a radical, mind-bending shift. He was fundamentally redefining what it meant to be good. He wasn't just adding rules. He was exposing the core of human nature and pointing to a deeper kind of transformation that no law could achieve. So, why does this matter? Because if we only see Jesus as a dispenser of moral platitudes, we miss his brilliance. We miss the dynamic, challenging, and intellectually stimulating nature of his message. He invites us not just to feel better, but to think deeper. He wants to engage our minds, to have us wrestle with big questions, to see the world in a completely new way. His teachings aren't a simple checklist for being a good person. They are an invitation to a radical reorientation of our entire existence, starting with our minds. When you read his words, don't just look for a rule to follow. Okay. Look for the paradox, the question, the twist that's meant to stop you in your tracks and make you think. That's where the real adventure begins. Thanks for watching. If this gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time. Do you ever feel like there's a war going on inside your own head? 1 minute, you're feeling on top of the world, and the next, a wave of doubt or anxiety just crashes over you. It's like your mind is this invisible battlefield, and you're right in the middle of it. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's a reality for so many of us. We're constantly fighting these internal battles that no one else can see. This invisible battlefield is what I call the kingdom within. It's your personal space, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. And just like any kingdom, it needs a ruler. The question is, who's in charge of yours? Is it you, or are you letting negative thoughts, past failures, and other people's opinions run the show? For a long time, I let my inner critics be the kings. They told me I wasn't good enough, smart enough, or brave enough. They built walls of fear and self-doubt that kept me trapped. But here's the powerful truth. You are the rightful ruler of your own mind. You have the power to decide which thoughts get to stay and which ones get evicted. It starts with awareness. You have to become a keen observer of your own thoughts. When a negative thought pops up, don't just accept it as truth. Instead, ask yourself, is this thought actually helping me? Is it even true? Think of it like being a gatekeeper for your kingdom. You wouldn't let an enemy just waltz in, would you? So why let destructive thoughts roam free in your mind? This process isn't about ignoring the negative or pretending problems don't exist. It's about consciously choosing your focus. It's about building up your inner fortress with positivity, self-compassion, and resilience. Every time you challenge a negative thought, every time you choose to focus on a solution instead of the problem, you are reinforcing your rule. You are strengthening your kingdom. This is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. It's a daily commitment. So, how do you start reclaiming your throne? First, practice mindfulness. Take a few minutes each day to just sit and observe your thoughts without judgment. See them come and go like clouds in the sky. This creates distance and shows you that you are not your thoughts. Second, introduce new laws in your kingdom. Make it a rule to speak to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. When you catch yourself being harsh, gently correct your inner voice. Third, build alliances. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and support your growth. Their positive energy acts as reinforcements for your kingdom. And finally, celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Did you stop a negative thought in its tracks? Awesome. Did you choose to be kind to yourself when you made a mistake? Each small victory fortifies your position as the ruler. Remember, the battle for your mind is the most important one you'll ever fight, because the state of your inner kingdom determines the quality of your outer life. When you have peace, strength, and order within, you can face anything the world throws at you. You are the sovereign of your own mind. It's time to claim your crown and rule with wisdom and strength. Thanks for watching, and if this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that affects every single one of us, every single day: our thoughts. Have you ever heard the saying, sow a thought, reap an action; sow an action, reap a habit; sow a habit, reap a character; sow a character, reap a destiny? It's a powerful idea, right? It suggests that the grand story of our life, our very destiny, begins with something as small and quiet as a single thought. Now, this isn't a new concept. In fact, it's something that was understood on a profound level 2,000 years ago. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus talked about this very thing. He said that it's not just about the big, external actions like murder or adultery. He went deeper. He pointed to the anger in someone's heart or the lustful thought in their mind as the real starting point. He was essentially saying, hey, let's not just manage the symptoms. Let's get to the root of the problem. He understood human psychology long before we had a name for it. He knew that what we entertain in our minds eventually shapes who we become and what we do. Think about it like a garden. Your mind is the soil. Every thought you have is a seed. If you plant seeds of kindness, gratitude, and encouragement, what do you think will grow? You'll likely see actions of compassion, a habit of thankfulness, and a character that uplifts others. But what if you plant seeds of bitterness, jealousy, or negativity? Those seeds will also grow, producing actions you might regret, habits that hold you back, and a character that pushes people away. The scary part is, we often let these thoughts grow on autopilot without even realizing what we're planting. So, how do we become better gardeners of our minds? It starts with awareness. We have to pay attention to our thoughts. When a negative or destructive thought pops up, and it will, we don't have to invite it in for tea. We can simply acknowledge it and let it pass by without giving it power. This isn't about suppressing thoughts or feeling guilty for having them. It's about choosing which ones to water and nurture. What are you focusing on? Are you dwelling on past mistakes, or are you thinking about future possibilities? Okay. Are you replaying hurtful words, or are you focusing on the good in your life? This process of taking our thoughts captive is a game changer. It's the difference between being a passenger in your own life, driven by random mental chatter, and being the driver, intentionally steering your mind towards a destination you actually want to reach. When we start to intentionally cultivate thoughts of love, peace, and hope, our actions will naturally begin to align. It won't happen overnight. It's a daily practice, a habit we build one thought at a time. But slowly and surely, those small actions will build upon each other. They'll form habits of positivity and strength. Those habits will forge a resilient and beautiful character. And that character, my friends, will create a destiny filled with purpose and light. So, the next time you find yourself lost in thought, take a moment to ask, what am I planting right now? Remember that the greatest journey of your life begins with the quiet, powerful choice of a single thought. You have the power to shape your inner world, and in doing so, you shape your destiny. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you something to think about. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever felt a sudden burst of anger that just seemed to come out of nowhere, or a deep sense of fear that gripped you tight? What about that intense desire for something? Whether it's the latest smartphone, a promotion at work, or even just a slice of chocolate cake. These powerful emotions, anger, desire, and fear, are a fundamental part of the human experience. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where do they actually come from? It's a question that has fascinated thinkers for centuries. Are they just random firings in our brain? Or is there a deeper source? Let's break it down. At its core, a lot of it comes back to one thing: our brain's survival instinct. Think of our ancestors living in the wild. Fear was essential. It was the internal alarm system that screamed danger. When they saw a predator pushing them to run or fight. That same system is still with us today. Even though our predators might look more like a looming deadline or a difficult conversation. When you feel fear, it's your amygdala, a tiny almond-shaped part of your brain, kicking into high gear. It triggers a cascade of responses. Your heart beats faster, your palms get sweaty, and your body prepares for action. It's not trying to ruin your day. It's trying to protect you. The problem is, sometimes this ancient system misfires in our modern world, seeing threats where there aren't any. Now, What about desire? Desire is the engine that drives us forward. It's the feeling of wanting, of striving for something more. This is deeply connected to our brain's reward system, particularly a chemical called dopamine. When you achieve something you desire, your brain releases dopamine, giving you that wonderful feeling of pleasure and satisfaction. This reinforces the behavior, making you want to do it again. It's what motivates us to learn, to create, to connect with others, and to seek out new experiences. Without desire, we'd probably still be sitting in a cave, perfectly content with doing nothing. But just like fear, it can get out of balance, leading to endless chasing and a feeling of never being satisfied. And then there's anger. Anger is often a secondary emotion. Underneath the surface, you'll often find other feelings like hurt, frustration, or a sense of injustice. Anger arises when we feel our boundaries have been crossed, our needs aren't being met, or our goals are being blocked. It's a powerful, energetic emotion that signals something is wrong and needs to change. Think of it as your personal guard, standing up and shouting, "Hey, this isn't right." It gives us the strength to defend ourselves and fight for what we believe in. But when uncontrolled, it can be incredibly destructive, damaging our relationships and our own well-being. So, where do these emotions begin? They begin in our biology, in the ancient wiring of our brains, designed for survival and motivation. But that's not the whole story. Our thoughts, beliefs, and past experiences play a massive role in shaping how and when these emotions arise. The same event can make one person angry, another fearful, and a third just shrug it off. For example, if you believe that making a mistake means you're a failure, you'll likely feel intense fear or shame when you mess up. If you believe the world owes you something, you'll feel angry when you don't get it. Our perception is the lens through which we experience the world, and it colors every emotion we feel. Understanding this is incredibly empowering. It means we're not just helpless puppets of our emotions. By becoming aware of our automatic reactions and questioning the thoughts behind them, we can start to change our relationship with anger, fear, and desire. We can learn to listen to what they're trying to tell us without letting them take over the driver's seat. It's about noticing the spark before it becomes a wildfire. The next time you feel a strong emotion, take a moment, pause, ask yourself, what triggered this? What am I telling myself about this situation? What need is not being met? This simple act of curiosity can be the first step toward emotional freedom. You can learn to use fear as a signal to be cautious, desire as a compass to guide you, and anger as a catalyst for positive change. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. If you found this helpful, Please give this video a like and subscribe for more insights into the amazing human mind. See you next time. Have you ever felt like your mind is in a constant battle with itself? One part of you wants to be calm and confident, but another part is just screaming with worry. That feeling, that internal tug-of-war, is what we often call anxiety. And let's be clear, it's not just a little bit of stress. It's so much more than that. It's like having two different people living inside your head, and they're not getting along. One is your rational self, the one that knows everything is probably going to be okay. The other is your anxious self, the one that's convinced a catastrophe is just around the corner. This division can be exhausting. Imagine trying to get through your day while your mind is constantly spinning, replaying conversations, worrying about the future, and second-guessing every single decision you make. It's like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You burn a lot of fuel, make a lot of noise, but you don't really get anywhere. This is the reality for so many people. It drains your energy, steals your focus, and can make even the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. It's not just in your head. It can show up physically: tool, racing heart, tense muscles, trouble sleeping. Your body is basically stuck in fight-flight mode. So, what causes this split? Often, it's our brain trying to protect us. The anxious part of our mind is like an overzealous security guard. It sees potential threats everywhere, even when there aren't any. It's trying to keep you safe by preparing for the worst-case scenario. The problem is, it's working overtime. This can happen for many reasons: past experiences, stress, or even just our own unique brain chemistry. The rational part of our mind tries to step in and say, "Hey, calm down. It's not that serious." But the anxious part is so loud and persistent that it's hard to hear anything else. The good news is, you don't have to live with this constant internal conflict. The first step is acknowledging that this division exists. It's not about getting rid of the anxious part of you. It's about learning to manage it. Think of it less like a battle and more like a negotiation. You can learn to listen to your anxious thoughts without letting them take over. Techniques like mindfulness and meditation can help you observe these thoughts from a distance, recognizing them for what they are: just thoughts, not facts. You can create a space between the thought and your reaction. It's also incredibly helpful to strengthen your rational mind. You can do this by challenging your anxious thoughts. When your brain tells you something terrible is going to happen, ask for evidence. What are the actual facts of the situation? More often than not, you'll find that your worries are based on emotion, not reality. Grounding techniques can also bring you back to the present moment. Focus on your 5 senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel right now? This simple exercise can pull you out of the spiral of future worries and back into the safety of the present. Most importantly, please know that it's okay to ask for help. Talking to a therapist or a counselor can be a game changer. They can give you personalized tools and strategies to help bridge the divide in your mind and teach that overactive security guard to relax a little. You are not broken, and you are definitely not alone in this. Healing is about integration, about bringing these two divided parts of your mind back into harmony. It's a journey, not a race, but it's one worth taking. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on mental well-being. Take care. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I think we all searching for in one way or another: peace. We often think that if we just had that perfect job, that dream house, or that ideal relationship, then we'd finally feel at peace. We spend so much of our lives chasing external things, believing they hold the key to our inner tranquility. But what if I told you that you've been looking in all the wrong places? What if true, lasting peace has nothing to do with what's happening around you, and everything to do with what's happening within you? Think about it for a second. Have you ever gotten something you really wanted? Maybe it was a promotion, a new car, or reaching a specific goal. You probably felt a rush of happiness, a sense of accomplishment, and maybe even a moment of peace. But how long did it last? A day? A week? Sooner or later, that feeling fades, and you find yourself chasing the next thing, convinced that this time it will be different. This endless cycle is what I call the if-then trap. If I get this, then I'll be happy. If this happens, then I'll be at peace. It's exhausting, and it keeps us on a hamster wheel, always running, but never arriving. The truth is, external circumstances are constantly changing. They're unpredictable and often completely out of our control. Relying on them for our peace of mind is like building a house on shifting sand. So, where do we find this elusive inner peace? The answer is simple, but not always easy. We find it within ourselves. Peace isn't something you achieve. It's something you cultivate. It's an internal state of being that you can access, regardless of the chaos swirling around you. It's about learning to be the calm eye of the storm. One of the most powerful ways to start cultivating this is through mindfulness. This doesn't mean you have to sit on a cushion for hours. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths when you feel overwhelmed. Pay attention to the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Feel your feet on the ground. This simple act anchors you in the present moment, pulling you away from anxious thoughts about the future or regrets about the past. The present moment is the only place where peace can truly exist. Another key practice is acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to like your circumstances or be passive. It means acknowledging reality without fighting it. When we resist what is, we create tension and suffering. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, you have two choices. You can get angry, honk your horn, and let your blood pressure skyrocket. Or you can accept that you're in traffic and there's nothing you can do about it right now. You can use that time to listen to a podcast, call a friend, or just enjoy a moment of quiet. The situation is the same, but your inner experience is completely different. Acceptance is your superpower to reclaim your peace from situations you can't control. And finally, let's talk about gratitude. It's scientifically proven that practicing gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positive. When you actively look for things to be thankful for, you shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, you start noticing what's right. Keep a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. A warm cup of coffee, a sunny day, a kind word from a stranger. This practice trains your mind to see the good that is already present in your life, creating a foundation of contentment and peace that doesn't depend on your next big achievement. Building inner peace is a journey, not a destination. It takes practice and patience. There will be days when it feels impossible, and that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfectly calm all the time. It's about having the tools to return to your center when life throws you off balance. Remember, you hold the key. Peace is not out there somewhere to be found. It's right here, inside you, waiting to be uncovered. Start today. Take one deep breath. Find one thing to be grateful for. That's all it takes to begin. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on living a more mindful and peaceful life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever heard the saying, "The eyes are the lamps of the body"? It's a powerful idea that suggests what we look at, what we give our attention to, illuminates our entire being. Think about it. Your eyes are the primary way you take in the world. Okay? They guide your focus, and where your focus goes, your energy flows. This isn't just a philosophical concept. It's a practical reality. Imagine you're scrolling through social media. You see post after post of people on lavish vacations or achieving huge success. If you let your eyes, your attention, linger there with a sense of comparison, you might start to feel inadequate or dissatisfied with your own life. Your inner world gets a little dimmer. But what if, instead, you consciously direct your eyes to something that inspires you? A beautiful piece of art, an uplifting story, a book that teaches you something new. Suddenly, that light fills you up and your perspective brightens. This is the essence of attention control. It's the superpower you didn't know you had. Your attention is like a spotlight. You get to decide where to aim it. In our hyper-connected world, countless things are fighting for that spotlight. Notifications, headlines, advertisements. It's a constant battle. But the first step to winning is realizing you're in control. You are the director of your own mental movie. So, how do we practice this? Start small. When you wake up, before you reach for your phone, what's the first thing you look at? Could you choose to look out the window at the sky, or at a picture of someone you love? During your workday, when you feel distracted, can you consciously bring your focus back to the single most important task in front of you? This is like a workout for your attention muscle. The more you do it, the stronger it gets. Think about the information you consume. What you watch, read, and listen to becomes the raw material for your thoughts and feelings. Are you feeding your mind a diet of junk food, gossip, outrage, and negativity? Or are you nourishing it with content that is wholesome, educational, and positive? Making a conscious choice to curate your information diet is one of the most transformative things you can do for your mental well-being. It's about intentionally filling your lamp with good, clean oil so it can burn brightly. This doesn't mean ignoring the problems in the world. It means choosing to focus on the solutions, on the helpers, on the progress. It's about protecting your inner peace so you have the strength and clarity to make a positive impact. Your attention is your most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. What you focus on expands. If you focus on gratitude, you'll find more to be grateful for. If you focus on opportunities, you'll see them everywhere. Let your eyes be a source of light, not just for yourself, but for others too. When you give someone your undivided attention, you're giving them a powerful gift. You're telling them they matter. So, let's all try to be more mindful of where we point our lamps. Let's choose to illuminate the good, both in the world and within ourselves. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more intentional life. See you in the next one. Chal si bun, ji bao, gig bun, cm the ji zung quan, qua, on mctm, t un h kung kang, the, not in, t, nh, cch, a, ga om, chy, hah, cacu, cace, cacace, cacc, cac, cacec, cmdn, vn, cac, cmd, cn, ccc, 2ln, mt, ccc, mt, cc, mt, ss, ten long. Ham ne. CHNG, ta hi CMG. Now KMM, PH, SCM, NHY, Qua, MTHNH, MUV, I try Jesu, VS, MLNG, CA, Angai, Kin, THNH, Seacow, MTI thin, then the new MT, BC, then the new MT, BC, C, Sanglong, IU, Nay C, Gauge AG, Unnoi VS, True C, a CH, HNG, Ta, NA Na, BNTS, True NI, Nang Lung, CA, Bun Essen Chi, V, A, Trong, MT, the GG AG Ray Thing Tin, TM Eng, XC, High, Tin, T, High, Tin, TC, Honung, Low Tone, Gay Su, True CA, CH&G, Ta, D, TH&D, Tan, CHNG, Ta Lian TC, Un HN, Ra Bien, Engawei, TM Kim, SS Kangnan, Gigi, THA, Hang, Nei Ing Ki, Om Like, I Kung, Trunk, NH Ing Ki, LMVY, CHNG, NG, NNCA, MH, CHURI, KHPNI, MA, KHNG, NI, TMA, TMA, TM, TMA, MTMA, HN Loan, V, SHNG, Ta, MT, KT, NIVIBNT, Chen, Tra, JC, J Chen G, Ta MT, Bai, HCC, Quan, Trung, V, Ak, Kim, Sot, S, True, Ungai Thong, Zai, Louis Vau, Anai Hong, VNG, MT, MT, MNH, C, Unui, Un, O, CHNH, NG, CH, NG, RTS, True, KH, I, GI, I, BN, NGA, EHNGVO, BN, Trong, GKT, Nei VVHing, Thiang La Yang, SS, Im Long Kang, Cha, La, K Chen G, Eng, Ing, Eng La, MT Kang, GL Eng, Ki, CHNG, Tai MLNG, CHNG, Tai MIC, the N, C, Noi Sa, MBN Trong, MHT, NG, Noi C, ALNG, Tri, C, ATR, C, Jock, Trag, JCC, the High NCC, MDSES, MKE, SESE Long, Key, GMT, VC, CK, C, Key, Core, A, C, A Falada, Ungai Jichen, Im Long, SS, Im Long, S Im, Long, O K S E U A Hey S Hi. Try Li Entot LN MTS NHC MTSC MNHNI TMK NK Gen Gay Gay Lei Chai Unsi Ungai Bit Rang Tran Si Hei Byong Min Trong Hon Si Un H O La VCH SIM LNG CA Angai CN MA HN NIG I know unph I may unclog Nung Li Wog TASCA Nung Li Q Wog CBHQ May Q May KQQEM CA Ungai Trong CUCSNG CACHNG Ta CNG VY C UNH NG LC IM LNG Lac Uja Lai Khan Ingon NT Enco NG SA Joan E Khan Enchu Sai Ingon G Kang Fun Ning MT CC NG VG ENs BNG N Trong TMHN VYLM Now CHNG Ta CC HNHSS10 Long Trong Quoc Sun Hai NG Arch T Hung Ging Hai BT Hu Bang Nung Kon Kik Nach C La NPHT NGI In Thou Bu I Sung Kang Yan Thoi Kang TV HTP Trung Vow HI CA MNH C A MNH C La MT Quoc Sai Der Quang Kang Vien Long NT Ho Si Unji Unlot TTHT CC Thit Bu Yayung TMT Gig Turchak Ki Sai NGL Ki Bung Tu Ra Nung Kang Giang Ten Long Ne B Un Angjo PHP TM TR MHC Un G L N G I Vitae TON NGL NG B N Esh T Un HT Un Songsu THN Trong CCYT EHV CCMI Quang HCNG TR UNNSO SCHL NG Eng CS HNH TMVs TMVs NG CNG LHD CNG LAT HH TMV VV HNG MV VV ECOI Engun CC MD ND Naong Buntrong GNG UNH Trag GF YSCM UNH V SSD NGE Trong Nung Kon Kik C Touch K Chong G T Trong G TT, CT, TEM, YSBAHNV, KChan, Ngon Ki, DMG, DMV, ESS, Imlong, Hung SD, High SS10, Long, High M Lai, In HMT, NG, IBN, MT Gi Thai, Un SC, Esh, A, LH Nung Ton Thong, LM, DUI, UNH, NG, Low U, V, CC, Low U, SC, CBN, CMCM, NCM, N Chu, B, N Chu, B, N Chi, B, N, UNU, B, UNU, B, UN, Y, H, U, C, H, NG Quen, BMTHCH, VNGK, KHCNG, now KHM, PH Them, Ni EH, XA, CH, CC, B On, H, Kong, Kong Quen, E In, A, LA, each. Have you ever been so scared that you completely misjudged a situation? It's like fear puts on a pair of glasses that makes everything look worse than it actually is. Well, this isn't a new phenomenon. In fact, we can see this happening time and time again in some of the oldest stories ever told. Today, we're going to dive into how fear distorts our perception, using some powerful examples from the Bible. Let's start with one of the most famous stories, the 12 spies sent into Canaan. Imagine this: 12 men are sent on a reconnaissance mission into the promised land. It's supposed to be this incredible place flowing with milk and honey. And when they come back, they confirm it. They even bring back a cluster of grapes, so huge it takes 2 men to carry it. The land is everything they hoped for. But then, fear creeps in. 10 of the 12 spies focus on the challenges. They talk about the fortified cities and the giant inhabitants. They say, "We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." Notice that phrase, "in our own eyes." Their fear made them see themselves as small and powerless. It wasn't just about the giants being big. It was about how their own fear made them feel insignificant. This distorted perception completely overshadowed the reality of God's promise. They saw defeat before the battle even began, all because fear had taken root. Now, let's contrast that with the other 2 spies, Joshua and Caleb. They saw the exact same things, the same cities, the same people, but their perspective was totally different. They didn't let fear distort their vision. Instead, they focused on God's power and His promise. They said, "The Lord is with us. Do not be afraid of them." They saw an opportunity where the others saw an obstacle. It's a perfect example of how 2 people can look at the same situation and, depending on whether they're looking through the lens of fear or faith, see two completely different realities. Let's jump to the New Testament for another powerful example. Picture the disciples in a boat, caught in a raging storm on the Sea of Galilee. Waves are crashing over the sides. The wind is howling. It's terrifying. In the middle of this chaos, they see a figure walking on the water towards them. Now, you'd think they might recognize Jesus, but what's their first reaction? They scream in terror, thinking it's a ghost. Their fear of the storm was so overwhelming that it completely distorted their ability to recognize their own teacher, their friend. Fear made the familiar look menacing. It turned their Savior into a phantom. It wasn't until Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid," that their perception shifted. Peter even got out of the boat and walked on water towards Jesus. But what happened next? He saw the wind and the waves. Fear gripped him again, and he began to sink. His perception shifted from focusing on Jesus to focusing on the storm, and his reality followed suit. These stories teach us something vital about our own lives. Fear is a powerful emotion that can warp our reality. It makes us feel like grasshoppers when we're meant to be conquerors. It makes us see ghosts when our help is right in front of us. It makes us focus on the storm instead of the one who can calm it. So, what's the takeaway? The first step is recognizing when fear is clouding our judgment. When you feel that anxiety creeping in, ask yourself, am I seeing this situation clearly, or is fear distorting my view? Am I focusing on the giants or on the promise? Am I looking at the storm or at the one who walks on water? By consciously choosing to shift our focus away from our fears and onto a foundation of faith and truth, we can start to see things as they really are and walk forward with courage instead of being paralyzed by a distorted reality. Thanks for watching today. I hope this gives you something to think about. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video. Have you ever been told that faith is just blind belief? That it's about closing your eyes, taking a leap in the dark, and hoping for the best? For a long time, I thought so too. It sounded like you had to abandon logic and reason to have faith. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if faith isn't about blindness at all, but about a profound, deep-seated sense of clarity and alignment? Today, I want to explore this idea with you. Faith as inner alignment. So, let's break down this idea of blind faith. The very phrase suggests a lack of evidence. It's often used to dismiss faith as irrational. But think about the most faithful people you know, or historical figures we admire for their unwavering belief. Was their faith truly blind? Or was it rooted in something deeper? I believe true faith comes from a place of inner knowing, a feeling so strong and certain that it becomes your personal truth, your internal compass. This isn't about ignoring evidence. It's about connecting with a different kind of evidence, the evidence, your own intuition, your own spirit. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to find a specific station, you turn the dial. Most of what you hear is static, noise, and interference. But then you hit that perfect spot. The signal becomes crystal clear. The music is pure, and everything just locks into place. That moment of clarity, that perfect reception, that's what inner alignment feels like. Faith is the act of trusting that signal, even when the world around you is full of static. This alignment isn't a one-time event. It's a practice. It's about consistently checking in with yourself. Does this decision feel right? Does this path resonate with my core values? Am I moving toward a feeling of expansion and truth, or am I contracting out of fear? When your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all in harmony with your deepest sense of self, you start to build a powerful foundation of trust. That trust is faith. It's not faith in some abstract, distant concept. It's faith in your own internal guidance system. Think about moments in your own life where you just knew something. Maybe it was a gut feeling about a person, a sudden insight about a problem, or an undeniable pull toward a certain career path. You couldn't explain it with a spreadsheet or a list of pros and cons, but the certainty was undeniable. That was your inner alignment speaking to you. Honoring that feeling, acting on that inner knowledge, is an act of faith. It's choosing to believe the clear signal over the noise. This perspective changes everything. Faith is no longer a passive waiting game or a desperate hope. It becomes an active, empowering process of self-discovery and self-trust. It's about cultivating a relationship with your own intuition so that it becomes a reliable guide. When you are internally aligned, you move through the world with a sense of purpose and confidence. You're not blindly following. You're consciously creating your path based on a deep inner conviction. The world might call it a leap of faith, but for you, it feels like the most logical, natural step forward because it aligns perfectly with who you are. So, the next time you hear the phrase blind faith, I invite you to challenge it. Consider that true, lasting faith is the very opposite of blindness. It is the ultimate form of sight and inner vision that comes from being perfectly in tune with yourself. It's about knowing your own truth so deeply that it becomes the light that guides your way. Thank you so much for joining me in this exploration today. If this idea resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations like this. See you next time. Hey everyone, have you ever found yourself spiraling, caught in a loop of negative thoughts? You know, those moments when your mind just won't shut off, replaying worries, criticisms, or fears over and over again. It can feel overwhelming, like you're drowning in a sea of your own anxieties. If that sounds familiar, I want you to stick around, because today we're going to talk about a powerful idea that can completely change your relationship with your mind. You are not your thoughts. That might sound a bit strange at first. I mean, if they're happening in my head, who else's thoughts could they be? But here's the thing. Our brains are incredible, non-stop thought-generating machines. They produce thousands of thoughts every single day, completely on autopilot. Some are useful, like, I should probably eat lunch. Others are random, like I wonder if squirrels remember where they bury all their nuts. And many, especially when we're stressed or anxious, can be negative, self-critical, or just plain untrue. Think of your mind like a busy train station. Trains of thought are constantly arriving and departing. Some are fast expresses, some are slow local trains, and some are just empty freight cars passing through. You are not the trains. You are the observer standing on the platform. You can watch the trains come and go. You can notice a worry train pulling in, see an anxiety express speeding by, or spot a self-doubt local sitting on the tracks. For a long time, I believed I had to jump on every single one of those trains. If a negative thought arrived, I felt like I had to ride it all the way to its disastrous destination. If the "you're not good enough" train pulled in, I'd get on board, find my seat, and start analyzing every reason why that might be true. It was exhausting and left me feeling trapped by my own mind. But the real freedom comes when you realize you don't have to board the train. You have a choice. You can simply stand on the platform and observe. You can say to yourself, "Ah, there's that thought again. The I'm going to fail thought. I see it." You acknowledge its presence without getting swept away by it. You don't argue with it, you don't fight it, and you certainly don't buy a ticket for the ride. You just watch it. And what you'll find is that, eventually, that train will pull away and leave the station, all on its own. This practice is often called mindfulness or cognitive diffusion. It's about creating a little bit of space between you, the conscious, aware observer, and the endless stream of thoughts your brain produces. It's not about stopping your thoughts. That's pretty much impossible. It's about changing your relationship to them. Instead of being tangled up in your thoughts, you become an impartial witness to them. Let's try a quick exercise. Picture your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. Just sit back and watch them drift by. A happy thought floats past. A worried thought follows. A random, silly thought comes next. You don't have to grab onto any of them or try to push them away. You just watch them float on by. Some leaves might get stuck for a moment, but eventually the current will carry them away too. You are the observer, sitting peacefully on the riverbank, not the leaves themselves. Practicing this can be life-changing. It helps you realize that just because you have a thought doesn't make it true. It's just a mental event, a blip of electrical activity in your brain. A cue. You have the power to decide which thoughts you want to pay attention to and which ones you'll just let pass by. This is especially important for anyone dealing with anxiety, self-doubt, or just the general stress of life. It helps you reclaim your inner peace. Remember, if your thoughts ever feel too overwhelming and you're struggling to cope, please reach out. Talking to a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional can make all the difference. There are people who want to help, and you don't have to go through it alone. So, next time that negative thought train pulls into your mental station, just take a deep breath, stand firmly on the platform, and watch it go. You are the observer, not the thought. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. See you next time. Have you ever felt like you're two different people at once? Like one part of you wants to be healthy and go to the gym, but another part just wants to stay on the couch and eat junk food. Or maybe you tell your friends to be more confident and chase their dreams. But inside, you're terrified of taking any risks yourself. This feeling, this internal tug-of-war, is what we call a divided mind. It's a space filled with hypocrisy, anxiety, and constant conflict, and honestly, it's exhausting. But here's the thing, you are not alone in this. Almost everyone experiences this battle in some way. So why does this happen? Why do we say one thing and do another? This isn't because you're a bad person or a hypocrite in the traditional sense. It's often a conflict between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming. Your conscious mind, the one listening right now, sets goals. It says, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. But your subconscious mind, shaped by years of experiences, fears and habits, might be pulling you in the opposite direction. It might be whispering, what if you fail? Or you don't deserve this. This internal disagreement is the root of so much of our anxiety. We feel this unease, this knot in our stomach because we're literally fighting ourselves. Think of it like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. You're burning a lot of fuel, making a lot of noise, but you're not going anywhere. This is the internal conflict. One part of you is pushing forward, full of ambition and hope. The other part is slamming the brakes, held back by fear, self-doubt, or old patterns. This isn't just about big life decisions. It happens in small moments, every single day. When you promise yourself you'll get up early, but hit the snooze button 10 times. When you know you should speak up in a meeting, but stay silent. Each instance is a mini battle in the war for your own mind. The key to resolving this conflict is to crush the part of you that's holding you back. It's not about winning a war. It's about creating peace. The first step is awareness. Simply recognize when you're feeling divided. Don't judge yourself for it. Just notice it. Say to yourself, there it is. Part of me wants this, and another part of me is scared. By acknowledging both sides, you take away their power to fight in the dark. You bring the conflict into the light where you can actually deal with it. This simple act of observation can dramatically lower your anxiety because you're no longer fighting an invisible enemy. Once you're aware, you can start a conversation between these two parts of yourself. Ask the fearful part, "What are you trying to protect me from?" You might be surprised by the answer. Maybe your fear of failure is actually a deep-seated fear of disappointing others. Maybe your desire to procrastinate isn't laziness, but a way to avoid the pressure of perfectionism. By understanding the why behind the resistance, you can start to reassure that part of yourself. You can say, "I hear you, and I understand you're scared. But we're going to try this together, one small step at a time." This is how you build self-trust and integrate these divided parts into a more unified whole. It's a journey, not an overnight fix. But by turning inward with curiosity instead of criticism, you can start to heal this divide. You can transform that internal conflict into a powerful collaboration. Instead of a mind at war, you can cultivate a mind at peace, working together towards your true goals. You deserve to feel whole. You deserve to move forward without constantly fighting yourself. Start today, just by noticing. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And for more content on understanding yourself better, make sure to subscribe. See you next time.